Welcome, look at you, how do you do? I'm getting on to my own little trail. I was waiting for you each to get here, and I can't wait. I've got a journey to make about 246 miles to get northwest, and I've got about 36 cabins I've got to stop at along the way. We're looking at a strong northwestern hike, and we're also in our favor standing with 236 chapters. So that's not bad, is it? At least I don't think it's bad. We're a couple of days out from the Independence Day celebrations. I suppose there's going to be lots of them going on. I'll be probably celebrating with my large brethren and my sisters. Just had a nice little sit down morning breakfast. Make sure we dodge the umbrellas there. I'm not going to sit here and eat, though. On a good day I will in a minute. But I was at Publix. Nice, comfortable, quiet, unique scale eatery. I sat down all on my own, had my little breakfast, enjoyed every bit of it. Nice green tea with ginseng, and also a little study session I decided to get into just to prepare a little bit for what's coming today. I'm glad you could join me, be here with me. Follow along with me. Let's unite in this quest for knowledge today. Going to be talking later on. Actually, I'm talking now. I'm going to be speaking in a bit. And I'm going to hopefully spread some light for those brethren and sisters of mine who always spread the light to me. I did speak with the Worshipful Master of the Lodge this morning, the Grand Lodge, excuse me. Earlier, we've commuted already. I've reached out to a number of masters, Grand Masters, just to say hello early on. We're starting to progress through on the morning hour scale here in the Panhandle. But a couple of hours ago, I was just saying good morning or greetings. Getting ready to get on into my lecture. The weather is seemingly, I don't know, it's really light, nice, I think, but it might change. I know I'm not telepathic, so I don't know if it's going to change or not. But it's partly cloudy. I mean, in some areas it's where there are those clouds there. I am not sure, can't remember off the top of my head if those are nimbus or if those are stratus. But one of those is the rain clouds, the precipitation clouds. They're the ones that show up when it's going to be some rain. And from the way I look at the images of those, they seem very similar in appearance and over time, and I've also a little bit of integrity, kind of in a wacky way maybe, to not go look it up just because I can't remember it instantly, rather than work on bringing it back to my memory automatically or in the pure form, pure way. But I do know I can always look it up and figure it out again, find out. But I don't want to look it up just yet, because it's such a challenge for me to have known them so well once upon a time and all of a sudden take interest in them again and can't seem to remember which definition goes to nimbus and stratus. The cumulus ones are the very big, thick ones, and the cirrus clouds are the ones that are very thin, stringy, like almost you can see right through them. But then when we get to the stratus clouds, those are the darker ones, gray, and so are the nimbus clouds. And one of them is the precipitation clouds, and I can't remember which one. Between nimbus and stratus is the rain clouds, but we are looking at some of probably each one of them. And if I knew which one was which from the other, I could know if I were looking at rain or just overcast. We're going on a hike. The hike is in the metropolitan. Oh, I agree. I don't, but it seems like if I don't do something, they're going to do something instead. And we've got lots of industrial debris to care for, to think about. I don't want to ignore it, and I certainly don't believe I can avoid it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the chances. We've got 246 chapters of the white floats coming around. Those are going to help us drive a little bit to the north, straight ahead whenever it seems to get a little tough. Going northwest or towards the reservoir, we're going to actually use the river. We have also got Sigma Alpha Pi corresponding our compass, which is, by the way, a state-of-the-art Grand Lodge of Louisiana jurisdiction compass that we're going to be using to navigate and to find our way. Somewhere near South Hills, mountainous cities is the way we're going. And with the regime we've put together just for this morning, collaboratively, we are looking towards those mountains. And also looking towards each one of my brethren and sisters, me. Just to let you in on a little secret, I plan to actually give a lecture, and I think I'm going to just talk about Freemasonry. I mean, if I don't talk about Freemasonry, I'm going to talk about something that's going to allude to something I've learned in Freemasonry, some type of philosophy, principle rather. And I'll admit, I've been doing it all the time. And I just should change it, I think. Just change the pace a little bit and just talk strictly about Freemasonry. Not Freemasonic topics or Masonic philosophy, but Freemasonry, which is not going to exclude any Masonic philosophy, by the way. I'm just not going to go drifting out the 18th century, 19th century, 17th century, all along the lines of where other organizations are in the theory of it. I want to talk about just Freemasonry. So we're not talking about any type of religious movements or social movements or social changes or particular periods in time or in the modern age or the ancient age or anything like that. We know numerous organizations that also founded in these same centuries. But I'm just going to talk, and I think this is it's going to be the first time I'm just going to speak or lecture briefly about Freemasonry as we understand Freemasonry, as we learn about Freemasonry in the Grand Lodge, Minnesota, the Minnesota jurisdiction. What it is that we are told and taught, lectured to, when we were first installed as Grand Master, accepted into the Brotherhood, to understand and to be a little bit more precise about the statements I just made. Maybe we're going to revise that. We retracted a little bit, resubmission here. Before we're actually accepted, when we're in the interview process, or parts of the candidates' membership campaign, if you will. And we're just having a discussion about it, and then we're accepted, and we get the charges. Or, well, the charge, but there's more than one degree, so essentially there's more than one charge. Because to me, that's very important to get those charges understandably cycling through the thought process, While we hike about 242 miles here in the Hollow Willows, one of my own personal presidential estates, I lay looking at about 30.2 miles per hour moving. 30.2. And of course, I can feel strong winds coming from the northwest for some reason. I'm not sure if that's our weather city. Well, our weather coming from our main correspondent, Brother Errol, just said to me, we've got strong advent winds coming from the Sullivan Lake and as well the river at Allen. Okay, a correction to make. It's not at Allen, it's of Allen. And so that's a good sign. It's a pretty nice breeze as well. And the shield, though, well, we're going to also be using the southeastern cornerstone, obviously. Not going to want to leave one of those behind and go out traveling the metropolitan. Could probably end up encountering all types of labels of commercial industrial dust, unwanted trash, waste, garbage, lots of unsolicited syndicate traffic, and probably those most common hunters in this particular region of Olympus, those rodents. So while we carve out our way straight on, lean your little way towards me. I've got a bunch of really bloody news I want to share with you each. As we maintain 40.8 kilometers per reservoir flow. If you know what the northwestern corridor is talking, we're doing really good with how little mask we are to wear. I sure would never recommend not to wear one if you were traveling around these hills. I think we're going to look into the charges, kind of sort of. Mostly starting out at the beginning, so that everybody's on the level. Starting out talking about what's expected of a new candidate, new member in the lodge, according to the worshipful master. We're going to learn, I hope, a little more about just the general ideals that we all should care about. That's asked of us all, more or less, in Freemasonry, no matter what jurisdiction, sort of. Not this time around too leanish. That a word, was it not? Hopefully they can't change it. What's expected again in the first degree, according to the Grand Lodge of Minnesota, once you accept it into the Grand Lodge, instead of Hermeticism or Rosicrucianism or the Rose Croix or Gnosis or etc. We're learning about it all the time, and it's kind of a Masonic philosophy, and I really do enjoy it too. But today we're creeping slowly upon the Independence Day celebration. We're already in the week of it, and I don't want to give everybody a headache, so I want to lecture on just what's expected of a brand new brother, sister in a chapter from a scope of just Freemasonry. See you when we get there.